Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. And the goal of my channel is to help you secure admission and possibly with funding in the United States of America. I'm actually doing this to help and guide you through the whole process, and hopefully I could be able to help you without an agent. And also, if you need any personal guidance from me, feel free to DM me and I'm open to help you go through the process. Today, my video is going to concentrate on the fact on how to look or search for schools. So we want to see how we can find schools that meet our preference or our requirements. Okay, and I'm going to talk about two different ways we can do that. And the first way is using Google. So this is the whole thing. The idea is that everybody has his own preference. So people really want to study in states that they think they have interest in. So the state I really want to go to is going to be different from the state someone else wants to go to. So with that mindset, we should be or we can be able to find schools for ourselves, which basically is going to be different from what someone also wants. So therefore, I'm going to talk about the two ways, and the first is using Google. And depending on the state of your choice, if you go to Google, you can just key in universities in the state of your choice. So for example, I'm using Texas as an example. So this is universities in Texas. And if you hit the enter key, you should have a Wikipedia page that gives you the list of colleges and universities in Texas. So you can click on that link and that should open a lot of schools, all the schools that are found in that particular state. So we can scroll down and we can have schools, as you can see. And one thing you should also look out for is when it was founded, because that gives you an idea how big the school is. So you can go through this and actually find so many good schools in here. And of course, go to their website and find out if it actually meets your requirements. So that is the first way. So when you scroll down, you should meet so many schools. These are schools that use the Texas A&M University system. So you can see, for example, with this, you can see when it was founded, 1876, and you can see the enrollment, which is about 71, approximately 71,000. So how do you go to the school's website and see if you actually meet or it actually meets your requirements? So I can just go to this website and it still gives you the Wikipedia site. And just don't worry, just scroll down right here. Down here, that gives you the official website of the school. So when you click on this, it takes you to the school. So now you are in the official website of the school and you can start your research, trying to see if this school actually meets your requirements, or it actually meets, or you are actually going to fit in the school. Okay, I'm going to have a different video talking about how to navigate yourself around the website, how to be able to get the important information from the website. But this video is just explaining how to look for schools. Okay, so this is how you can do this, and you can do this for different kind of states, and it's going to help you look for schools one by one and actually find a school of your choice. One thing you have to know, that finding a school involves so much work. So please put in the effort, because always the outcome is better. So this is one way. Another way you could do that is look for universities according to the states. So you can just go to Google and say universities according to states in the US, and you should have a Wikipedia page once again, which gives you states with schools. Mostly sometimes it gives you the big schools that you can talk about. So we have Alabama right here, and these are some of the schools it's provided for us. You can just right click and go to one, and as usual, just move down and you can see the official website down here. And that should take you to the school's official website. Here you can get your information and everything that you are interested in. You can find your courses, whether they have the courses that you are interested in. As I said, I'm going to have a different video talking about all those stuffs. Okay, so this is the first way I want to explain on how you can find your schools. But this strategy or this method will take you a lot of time. So that is why I mostly suggest the second method, which might save you some time and help you to also get schools that meet your requirement. So AI has been a great topic currently in the world that everybody is talking about. So why can't you use AI to your advantage? So therefore, you can also use AI to find schools. And I'm going to go through some few prompts with you that you can use and that can help you to find schools that also meet your requirements. One wonderful thing about the AI is that you can just give it your requirement, tell it what you actually want, and it's going to use what you have put in there, which is called a prompt, and search and get you results that are actually close to what you asked for. Okay, so I don't know the AI you use, but we have so many different types. We have ChatGPT, we have DeepSeek, we have so many different types of AI you can use for this. We even have Meta, which is found just on your WhatsApp phone. Okay, but I'm going to use ChatGPT for this search. That is what I'm going to use. Okay, so if you have ChatGPT, you can just go into ChatGPT and provide a prompt to ChatGPT, and it will help you look for whatever you are looking for. So, for example, this is one prompt I just put into ChatGPT to avoid it loading for a long time. I have already done that so that it's going to make the work very easy. Okay. My ChatGPT is a paid version, so I'm using the model 5. If you use a different model, it's still the same thing. It's just that the accuracy becomes higher when you are using a better model, but it is still the same thing. So if you want to use ChatGPT, it's open AI. You can just go to the website chatgpt.com and sign up and start using it to your advantage, and you can use that to search for schools. So this one prompt you can give in. This is basically a video for everyone, but I'm using Ghana as an example. So one prompt you can give is basically what I have here. So just like I hold a bachelor's degree in math from Ghana with a CGPA of 3.4. I'm seeking to pursue a master's degree in Michigan, US. My main area of interest are applied math, statistics, or data science. So then you have to also give it more preference or limit it giving so much information. So you can let it know that, okay, you would like to know which universities in Michigan that have relatively high acceptance rate. That's key because we need a school that has a very high acceptance rate. And two, what you need is funding that makes the work or it makes your education more easy. So you are going to ask it to provide strong funding opportunities, for example, graduate assistantships or scholarships. And also, if you haven't written GRA and you are not ready to do that, you can also tell it to give you schools that do not require GRA. So this is going to limit the search and give you schools that meet whatever you asked the AI to do. So this is one way you can do that. So this is for those that are going to pursue masters. So this is a very good prompt you can give to any AI and it should be able to list the school. So you look at the results we have here. So great question. There are several Michigan options that fit what you want. Okay, so these are the schools. So it says strong match, GRA not required. Okay, so we have these schools and we can go through these schools one after the other. We have the Western Michigan University and it provides the program. We have MS, Master of Science in Applied and Computational Maths, and we also have MS in Data Science. GRA not required for either program. So this is so nice. And you can go to the school's website and try to figure out what is actually happening there. So we have funding. The department and graduate college run GA and T, is that graduate assistant and teaching assistant positions. So tuition plus typing. Excellent. That is what we're actually looking for. So this is good. You can just basically use AI to help you, and it also provides the link to the website if you want to go there. It's provide a link to whatever it gives you, and you can go to the website, or you can just highlight the school's name, copy and paste in Google, and it takes you actually to the website, the school's website. So you can see it gave me different options. We have the Michigan Technological University and so many universities. So now you just read through and you have so many options, and all you have to do is to copy these universities one after the other into Google and check if these universities actually match your requirements. So do not forget to edit the GPA, whatever GPA you had, whatever interest you have. If you also want schools that actually have free application fee, it can help you do that. But I always suggest that it is not advisable because so many people apply to those schools without the application fee. Okay. So this is good, and you can edit the prompt to meet whatever you want to do. Let's say you want to secure a PhD program, you can also use this same prompt, editing it to fit a PhD program. So you can just say that I hold a bachelor's degree. If you have a master's degree, I'm going to edit that one in the next one. So I hold a bachelor's degree in math from Ghana with a CGPA of 3.4, and I'm aiming to pursue a PhD program in Michigan, US, with research interest in applied statistics and data science. I would like to find universities in Michigan that then you let it know have high chance for PhD applicants, provide funding, which is the key, and do not require GRE for admission. Okay. So in business, you also want to make sure that it doesn't require GMAT and other tests that you really don't want to take the time to write them. So you can be able to secure these schools by using the AI, and the AI will help you to look for these schools. Okay. So this will actually give us some schools. So we can see the schools that actually give you the chance to go straight from bachelor's degree to PhD. And these are the schools that actually allow you to go straight from bachelor's to PhD. So if I re-edit this prompt, let's say I edit this prompt, let me have a new chart. So if I edit this prompt, and this time I let it know that I have a master's degree. So let's see. I have a master's degree now. So let's see the options that will provide. So it's going to take some time to think about it. So that is why I wanted to make sure I've done them already before starting to discuss this with you, because it's going to take some time to think and be able to have the video the whatever we need. It's going to think for some time and give us whatever we need. That is with respect to the schools that we are actually looking for. Okay, this because of the model I'm using. Other models do not think, it does not take time to check all those requirements, but this model takes time to check all these things. And at the end, it should be able to give me whatever I'm actually looking for. So let's wait for some few time, and we should have the schools. So AI can be a good tool to you to help you find schools easily and help you to apply to these schools. Now, transcript evaluation, you can see, and I didn't have that in my prompt. Why? Because sometimes or mostly schools that do not accept GRE would like to accept transcript evaluation. So it is good if you can afford it and work on that, because most of the schools that do not accept GRE ends up accepting transcript evaluation. So when I have the video that we are going to go through the school website, I'm going to explain all that. So in the next video, don't worry, I'm going to explain that and let you know what you actually really need to do when it comes to that, how to apply for the transcript evaluation. And one advantage is that even when you apply for transcript evaluation, especially from students from Ghana, your GPA end up going up by a small margin. That is what I've noticed. All those that have helped done their transcript evaluation, their GPA end up going up by a small margin. Okay. So here it gives us schools that we can pursue without our GRA, and also gives us if you want to consider GRA option. For example, GRA option or waived. So the waive is when you email the graduate coordinator and asking him to waive the GRA for you depending on your academic background. So most graduate coordinators sometimes will end up waiving it for you. So if you want to consider waived, that is fine. Then you can also email these schools and tell them about your background and tell them your interest. And some graduate coordinators are always happy to help you with this application. Sorry, help you with this GRA test. Okay, so this is the whole idea, and I'm using GRA because this area I'm talking about mathematics. Okay, so it depends on your area that they might ask for a test score. Some areas do not actually care about those test scores. And one good news is that most of the schools in the US actually waive English proficiency for students from Ghana. Mostly, okay. The only requirement that might be needed more is when you want to be a teaching assistant, then they might require you submitting other English tests. It all depends on the school you find yourself. Some schools will actually admit you and later ask you to take the English test whilst pursuing your degree in the school. So generally, these are the few ways you can find your school. One is using Google, and the other is using AI, which specifically I use ChatGPT to do that. So I want to motivate you to keep searching, keep digging, because if you don't try, you can never get it. And giving up is never an option. So spend so much time doing this, and the result is always going to be best. Thank you for joining me once again. Please like, subscribe, and please share to help a friend to help a friend. Join me once again. Join me always here when I have videos talking about studying in abroad, specifically in the United States of America. Thank you once again for joining me. Peace out. Alabosu.